Welcome back everyone to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today I'm going to be ranking my top 10 most wanted Marvel Legends figures MCU edition. Before I do that, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below so you can stay tuned for content on my channel. But enough said, let's go ahead and get to the ranking. Okay, just a few disclaimers before we jump into my top 10. One, this is purely my opinion on what I would personally like to see and what I want in my collection. But if you have different opinions, if you have different top 10, I'd love to hear that down in the comments section below. Definitely share your thoughts. Also, again, this is just an MCU edition. I'm only going to be talking about MCU shows and movies and ranking my top 10. And lastly, this is not exclusive to figures who have not been made. There are a few figures on this list that I would like to see updates for. So without further ado, let's jump into my honorable mentions. The first one being M'Baku from Black Panther. I'd love to see this one enter the line. I want to get him next to T'Challa, and he's an important character. We saw him in a couple of the Avengers movies as well. So would love to get M'Baku. After that, I want Ultron Prime from the end of Age of Ultron. Love Ultron, underutilized, but he's still a super visually awesome character. I'd love to see them make him in Marvel Legends. After that, I want to see Beast from X-Men 97. And the reason he is not in my top 10 is because there is a rumor that we're going to be seeing a deluxe version of him in the next wave of X-Men 97 figures next year. So he's only an honorable mention. If he doesn't come out in that next wave, he would become my #1 character. But because he's on the rumor list, honorable mention. Lastly, kind of cheating here, but WandaVision is one of my favorite Marvel shows. And specifically the Halloween episode, I absolutely love that episode. And I would love to see them make a 3-pack of Wanda, Vision, and Quicksilver in their Halloween costumes. I think this would be a really, really cool pack. Now, I'm probably way out there. I'm sure they're not going to make something like this, but I'd love to see it. All right, now let's get into the top 10. Starting at number 10, I would like to see Maria Hill, specifically from the first Avengers movie. This is an awesome, important character. I don't know why they killed her in Secret Invasion, but they did. Maria Hill, really cool. Would love to see her. After that, we're jumping into animation with the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show. I want to see the homemade suit from Spider-Man. I personally really enjoyed this animated show, and I loved the homemade suit. I'm sure there's some differing opinions surrounding that, but I personally loved it, and I'd love to see them not only make the homemade Spider-Man suit, but potentially some other figures like Osborn and so on. But number 9 is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man homemade suit. Number 8, we're going to continue the animation trend with X-Men 97. I'd like to see Forge make his way into the X-Men 97 line. I know they've made a few different versions of Forge in the past, but I'd like to see a brand new one, in line with that X-Men 97 animation style that they've been releasing. Number 7, and this is one that's definitely highly requested of fans, Whiplash from Iron Man 2. Specifically, I want the version from the earlier part of the movie, his homemade Whiplash suit. I think that's definitely the cooler version versus the suited version you see at the end of the movie. But I'd like to see Whiplash. He is number 7. Next up, and I was actually talking to a subscriber in the comments on one of my Guardians of the Galaxy videos, but I'd like to see Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in her Ravager outfit. Gamora definitely needs an update. It's a perfect time to add her to the line and tossing her in with the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 figures, which they've done a good job fleshing out. So number 6 is Gamora. Number 5 is Thor, but I don't really have a preference as to which one. I would like to see one of 2 versions of Thor. Either an updated Thor from Infinity War, when he enters Wakanda, the cape, Stormbreaker, the full outfit. That one is just, that's one of the best scenes without a doubt in the MCU. And I'd love to see them update that look to a modern day figure. Or, personally, one of my favorite Thor suits is from Love and Thunder. It's like this Viking outfit with the fur on his shoulders. I personally love that suit. I think it's super cool. I'd also like to see that. So either or would do the trick for me. I just want to get an updated Thor. Number 4, this one again is an update figure. I want them to make a definitive Thanos from, personally, I would prefer Infinity War. And potentially, if they could do something like that, maybe the Infinity War version with removable armor from Endgame. I don't know. That might be asking too much. But I don't have Thanos in my collection. The Thanoses that they've released in the past are usually Build-A-Figure, or they were in that Black Order pack. They're hard to get a hold of. They're not great. The articulation isn't great. They've done such a good job with large figures recently, and Thanos could be a great figure to get that update. And I personally, again, I don't have one in my collection, so this may not be one that you personally are looking for, but I definitely want to get Thanos. He's, the villain of the first 3 phases of the MCU, and I think we're due for a definitive version of him. Number 3, we're jumping back into animation. I want to see Mr. Sinister from X-Men. Awesome character, super cool look, and he's definitely the next villain that I'd like to see in X-Men 97. Obviously, we have the Executioner, we have the Goblin Queen, we got the Sentinel, Apocalypse just got announced, so all really great figures. Mr. Sinister has got to be next. Number 2, I'm kind of cheating here, but a Bucky Ghost 2-pack from the Thunderbolts. We got Red Guardian, we got Yelena, we got US Agent, and we got the Sentry, and we know next year we're going to be getting Val and the Void. Where's Bucky and Ghost? We need Bucky and Ghost to fill out the Thunderbolts line, and Bucky needs an updated figure anyway, so I'd love to get a 2-pack of those. Lastly, the number 1 slot, my most wanted MCU figure, Agent Coulson. Gotta have him. He's just amazing. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is one of my favorite shows. I used to tune in when it was on ABC. I still watch it from time to time on Disney+. I absolutely love Agent Coulson, and we gotta have him in the Marvel Legends line. Need him. So that is my top 10 list of most wanted Marvel Legends figures from the MCU and a few honorable mentions. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your top 10 most wanted MCU figures for Marvel Legends. And let me know if you'd like to see a follow-up to this video outlining my top 10 most wanted Marvel Legends figures just in general across all of the different comic runs. So leave some comments down below. I'll be sure to check them out and interact with you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.